You see, we've all heard the story of those three Hebrew boys, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And you all probably know how the story goes, young men with high principles. But how often have you taken a step back and realized that it probably wasn't all that simple to be placed in their position and walk in their shoes? These boys were taken into captivity. They didn't get a chance to choose, but they still rose up the ranks, lived a life devoted to God, but still gained favor with the king. What a thing. Until the day it was unveiled. It stood 90 feet high and 9 feet wide, and the instructions were crystal clear. Every time you hear the sound of the cornets, every one of you better kneel. 3, 2, 1. Throughout the land, the music rung. The roar of knees hitting the ground. What a sound. What a sight to see everyone fall. But as they all bowed down, 3 stood tall. But see, here's where the story gets interesting. I hope you're closely listening, because they were brought back to the king and given another opportunity to kneel, but still didn't do a thing. Instead, they said this: God can save us. See, I don't know how you walked through those doors this morning, but maybe you just needed to be reminded that God can. That he holds galaxies in the span of his hand. That he laid the foundations of the earth, then sent his son to die for you. Remember what you're worth. They told the king that God can save us. Then they said that God will save us. With backs against the ropes in the face of defeat, they knew that that faith the size of a mustard seed, had the power to rearrange landscapes. You see, God can save us, O king. God will save us, O king. But even if he doesn't, O king, we still won't bow down. Even if. So what do you do when the wheels fall off? Or when the bottom comes out? When there are no answers for any of your questions? Who are you when a dream dies? Or when things don't go according to plan? When you are face to face with catastrophe and God isn't showing up the way you want him to, the question is, will you show up? Will you bow or will you stand? Show me every single one of your fears, worries, or anxieties, and I will show you a God that can and a God that will. So next time you find yourself drowning in an ocean of why is this happening to me, when you have no idea how you've gotten here and no idea how the story ends, look yourself in the mirror, choose faith over fear, and remember that when the dust settles, truth never needs to be defended, and God is God, and God is here, even if.